Hey, geometry people. So today we've been doing proofs with angles. And so this is number 10 on your homework. I'm going to walk us through that one. Okay, so our first step is to take a look at what we're given. It tells us that WXY is a right angle. So looking in this picture here, we have WXY, and we see this little red box in the corner telling us it's a right angle. And then it also tells us that angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. So that means that angle 1 down here has the same measure as angle 3 over here. And we are asked to prove that angle 1 plus angle 2 is 90 degrees. Here we go. So first we always start with our given, and it tells us that WXY is a right angle. That is given. So what does it mean to be a right angle? Well, that means it adds up, or it equals 90 degrees. So WXY is 90 degrees. That is the definition of a right angle. So our first reason here is going to be the definition of a right angle. So we have the definition of a right angle because right angles are 90 degrees. Okay, so taking a look at our next step, it says that angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to WXY. So if we look at this over here, we've got WXY. So that's the big angle. And we're saying that angle 2 plus angle 3 equals our big angle WXY. So what postulate do we have that tells us that we can add up two adjacent angles to get the big overall angle? Well, that would be the angle addition postulate. So it's number 5 on your list of vocab terms for this unit. So that's going to be the angle addition postulate right here for our reason for number 3. Okay, so then we're continuing on down here. We've got our next step says angle 2 plus angle 3 equals 90 degrees by substitution. So here we go. So angle 2 plus angle 3, we know that that equals angle WXY. And we also know that angle WXY is 90 degrees. So we're going to take what WXY equals from both of these and say they're equal to each other because they both represent WXY. So we have angle 2 plus angle 3 equals 90 degrees. All right, so we can't forget about the second thing that we were given. We were told that angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. So that's our second given. We're going to insert that right here. And then we go from being congruent to being equal. And what do we have that tells us that we can go from being congruent to being equal? That is just the definition of congruence. It says that the measure of two congruent items are equal. So the measure of two congruent angles are equal. That is the definition of congruence. All right, so then our last step here, we have angle 2 plus angle 1 is 90 degrees. That is what we were trying to prove. So that's always our last step, what we were trying to prove. And that is true by substitution. So back up here, we had angle 2 plus angle 3 is 90 degrees. So between this step and this step, we just switch out an angle here. We have angle 3 in that one, and we have angle 1 in this one. But since angle 1 is equal to angle 3, we can just substitute angle 1 instead of angle 3 into this equation. So we're allowed to have angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 90 degrees by substitution. And we're all done with our proof. Isn't that satisfying, just being done with a proof? Isn't it great? All right, so that is problem number 10. You now have a free answer and an explanation.